thanks for joining us today. 5 wins from your first 6 games. You've been really keen to stress, haven't you? This isn't about me. This isn't about me personally. But what are the overriding emotions and feelings for you after this period?
I'm focused on the next game. To be honest, I haven't got time to look back too much. I think if you start looking back or thinking about what your record is, you're not focused on what you need to be. We've got a huge game tomorrow. It's a massive game in our season. I haven't really had time to sit back and take stock of everything.
Don't reflect really too much yet.
No time. There's no time. Maybe in the summer. Hopefully I'll get that time. But right now, the focus is just on making the team as strong as possible.
You said you wanted to reply to any doubts through results.
Yeah.
And you've definitely done that so far. Do you like having an element of doubt? People challenging you a little bit. Do you enjoy that?
I honestly, it sounds strange. I don't think about it. I don't. If I think about what people are thinking of me or what they're saying in the media or in the press, I'm not focused on it. I can miss out so many things here. There's enough on my plate with the job that I have to do. My motivation is just to try and make this club as successful as possible and to win the next game. That's how you do it. So all of my energy, all of my time is focused on my players, the team, the way that we do the team meetings, the way that we train. And the other stuff is just noise. And what happens, I can't affect anyway. The only way you can affect it is to win games of football.
You mentioned there just the noise. Would you say that that's maybe the biggest element that's changed from the job that you were doing in France to here? The actual day-to-day is the same, but the media, the scrutiny, the expectations.
Yeah, 100%. It doesn't affect me because I think I'm too old. By about 3 or 4 years, I'm not on social media. So
you don't see as much of it?
No, I don't see it. Other than when my kids, who are now their generation, they're all over it. And when they see funny pictures of Will from The In-Betweeners or David Brent, they send it to me and laugh at me. So I'm aware.
They're sending you TikToks of yourself?
Yeah, they love it. There was one about my dress sense where they disagreed, where they said I had decent dress sense. So my daughter Leia thought that was hilarious.
She didn't think you had good dress sense?
No, they hate my dress sense. No, so you're aware, but it affects your family.
Yeah.
I've had conversations with my family just to enjoy what's an amazing experience for me. A massive club, and hopefully they can see some really, really special days with me being at this club.
Well, yeah, because life's good, isn't it? We're sat here at the training ground at Chelsea, and I think a lot of the time when people look at football managers, I've just sat in the press conference, you're maybe not treated as much as a human, are you? You ask about players, and the human element of all of it is forgotten.
Yeah, well, our job, we're not seeing it. If we're either geniuses or we're the stupidest people in the world based on the result. That's the reality of what it is.
So quick.
It changes, and at the moment things are going quite well, so I'm okay. But I'm aware that if things don't go so well, I'll be the worst manager in the world. So the beauty of it is here. Like I love football. I look out at the training pitch. I come in every day. I just enjoy what I do. How lucky am I to do this job? Without sounding like over the top with it, because I know I have a job to do. But there's so many people in less fortunate situations than me. And actually, when your team enjoy playing football, I think that's when they play their best football. I want to share that enthusiasm with them. And so far, it's been a good start.
You mentioned there the enthusiasm. To reflect a little bit on that Champions League win midweek, you made tactical switches at half-time. There was a lot of talk about that. Would you say you're a manager in those moments that focuses more on the tactical or on the emotional and the enthusiasm you just said there?
I think it's all of those things rolled into one. It's not, when you make a football decision, there's different, some of it's tactical, 20% is the emotional, 20% is energy, 20% is the opposition system. What changes? There's so many different things that all have to roll into one to make that decision. I don't think we were far off in the first half. We didn't take care of the ball. And our energy levels were lower because we were chasing the ball for a lot longer than I expected. The players are the ones who play. People speak about the tactical changes. I felt that the resilience of the team, their energy, their spirit was the contributing factors to the second half performance.
So that's what you push with them. You deal with the tactical side. You just ask them to do their best with the enthusiasm and the mentality.
And to stay calm.
Yeah.
Half time, and they're getting to know me. We're still in the early phases of me working with them. We were really calm at half time, and I think that calmed the lads down. But you still need to play with an energy and a tempo where you're winning duels and with intensity. But it was a really, really good half-time. I felt the players were top in their engagement, in understanding what we wanted, and then they went out and performed it in the second half.
Joao Pedro, he's a player you've just been asked a few questions about. Do you think there's a good match-up between the two of you in terms of both your style, but your energy that you share as well?
I would hope that I have a good match-up with all of the players in the end. At the moment, everyone will speak about Joao because his performances the last 2 games have been superb. Like Crystal Palace, he was top. Obviously, his performance in Naples was incredible. So people will speak about him. Not just me, my staff, we put a lot of time into getting to know the players and what makes them tick and what each player needs. I think me and Joao have had some interesting conversations so far. Some more bit of friction at times, which you need, and a little bit of love at the same time as well.
You like that disagreement element with
I need
players?
that. I need them to tell me the truth. Everything I do, I don't mind. I've said to the players, I don't mind you knocking my door down, asking me why am I not in the team? Why did you take me off? I want to have real conversations. It's not always being best friends. You know, you have to have a degree of vulnerability and power within that as well, and strength. And Joao's shown that in his performances, and that's down to him. That's my job, is to try and keep him at that level.
It feels like a very human-first approach, and you've spoken a lot about getting to know those players on a personal level. What methods do you use to be able to do that?
It's just talking to them.
Outside of football as well? Because
Yeah.
some managers have quite a clear line, don't they, between football and personal life.
Yeah,
but
and
do you like to be a bit more involved in their personal and stuff as well?
I wouldn't say involved. It's their lives. I'm their boss. At the end of the day, I'm making decisions on their career. But I'd like to get to know the names of their children, how old their kids are, who needs extra time. So at times they can pick up their kids from school and be happy off the pitch. Because when you're happy off the pitch, you perform better on the pitch. Each manager is different. There's probably many weaknesses in the way I manage. There's many weaknesses in the way other people manage, but that's the way I do it. And I just want them to feel when they come in that they are cared about, not in a soft way, because I will tell them if they're not pulling their weight and if they're not performing, I'll make changes at half time. I felt for Jamie Gittins because I brought him on and I took him off, but I felt that was the right decision for the team. But I want them to feel that they're part of something really, really special here, and that includes me in the staff of that.
A word on Cole Palmer, and you've been asked so many questions about speculation, a lot of which you've said, I don't really know where this is coming from, but regardless of all of that, away from all of that, what do you see day to day out here in those training pitches?
I see a top kid who loves playing football, who just loves the game, who every minute of every session wants to get better, works really, really hard, is humble, and that's why he is the player that he is. He's just a normal guy who wants to have all of the best things in his career, and he's working towards that.
4 weeks approaching at this club now. Anything surprised you?
How quickly it's gone. Feels like in a way it feels like I've been here for a long time because everyone's been so friendly and open with me, but it has gone so quick at the same time as well. I just think the intensity of it, the travelling, the games, the level of competition, whether it's the Premier League or the Carabao Cup or the Champions League, you have to be at top level. And hopefully we can continue to be successful, even though it's been a really, really quick start.
Have you made many adjustments in terms of training routines or rules for players?
Yeah, adjust to the group, what they need, what they're used to. You can't come in and just change everything because they're in sync in terms of the season. So you just adjust and adapt small things, but overall it's about keeping a rhythm that the players are used to so that they can go out and perform.
You got an example of one of the tweaks you've made?
Yeah, I don't really have a set time for training.
Okay.
But the players know there's a team meeting every morning. So 10:30 every morning we have a team meeting, whether that's tactical, whether that's something to do with the way we operate, the way we work. I think that's new for them, and that's something they have to get used to is more meetings. That's one of many things that you tweak and adapt as you go.
Which players have you lent on in particular for support?
Leadership group. Obviously Reece is an amazing captain, Enzo as vice captain, Levi Colwell, even though he's not been training, is a massive part of the leadership group. Trevor Chaloba, Tosin, I've had conversations with all of them, and I'm open. They're the ones playing. You know, they have to tell me how they're feeling on the pitch. I don't think they're used to the amount of questions that I ask them sometimes, but it's the players who win you games of football, so they need to feel comfortable in the game plan or the way that we train or the way that we play, and that's the way that it's been here so far.
I said earlier, has anything surprised you? Has anyone surprised you?
All of them in a positive way. I know it sounds like a really political answer. What surprised me the most is their willingness, their eagerness to learn and improve, and their humility. I've said that a few times now, but that's because it's the truth.
Just want to touch finally on a few things away from football. I know you strike me very much as someone who is focused only on the game, but how do you switch off from it all? How do you step away from it all, if that's possible?
I watch football.
Is that all you do?
Yeah, but obviously my family aren't here at the moment. I love spending time going out for a meal with them. My family at the moment is Justin, Khalifa and Ben. Are the three guys that I brought with me from Strasbourg, and basically talk about football, watch football and eat together. I enjoy it. And I think when you enjoy what you do, the switch off is actually in the work that you do.
When you reflect, does it feel kind of like everything you've done up to this stage has led you to this path and this journey?
I think everyone does lead you to on your path, on your journey in your life. I've worked very hard for this, but this is not the end. This should be the beginning. I want to be, not me, I want the club to be successful in my time here. My focus now is not on all the things that have happened, it's on what happens next.
And finally, if we sat here in a year's time, not so much what would you want to have achieved and where do you want to be, but what would you like to feel proud of yourself and of the club?
The biggest thing I would be proud of is for me to see a team that consistently reflects what I want to see on the pitch, which is bravery, which is intensity and fearlessness, high technical level of play. If in a year's time we are consistently doing those things, that will make me very, very happy, and that will be the thing that leads us to success.
They're the non-negotiables for you.
You have to play with 100% intensity. You have to run. You have to run back for your team. Sounds very basic, but if you get that in your team, you always have a chance to win games of football.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you talking to us.
Thank you.